Hello, this is the Irresolute Cartographer, and this is just an update on my underground base building project here. You can see I've cleared quite a bit of the sand from this area in order to make the glass. And other than that, though, I haven't really ventured outside other than that single trip I took over to get potatoes from a village off in that direction. Now, I'll just give you a quick look at the base down here. All right, so it's gotten pretty large. I've finished the main entry hall. Well, structurally it's there. I still am going to add grass to it eventually once I get access to feather touch enchantments. Now that's the first of the corner arbors that's completed there. There's a river of lava at the bottom you can see, but I'm trying to harvest that out a little bit at a time. Now, unfortunately, some of it got turned into obsidian when I was working on the windows up here. You can see there's a slime hopping around up there. That's actually a really good thing. Fortunately, they seem to be spawning over here in the entry hall area and not over there in the farm. And it would be a problem if they spawned in the farm area, because if they spawned in the farm area, they would actually end up destroying my crops by hopping on them. But because they spawn over here, it means I can kill them, and I get to get the slime balls from them. Which, if you're not aware, slime balls are used to do things like make sticky pistons, which you can use to create a whole bunch of interesting things. I typically use them actually to create a little enchanting room in which the door actually will close behind you and be another set of bookshelves, which will add more power to your enchantments. But I'll drop down here and let you see what things look like. Again, I've had problems in the past finding slime, so it's actually nice that they do spawn in here. And they're relatively easy to kill, so the only time they're actually dangerous is when they're in their initial state like this. And then they can do a small amount of damage in that shape, I think. Yep, see. But once they get down to that size, they just hop around you. They can't actually do anything. But again, slime balls. So, just a glimpse of this area here. This is eventually going to be filled with trees and grass at the bottom. I finished out all these windows up here. And you can actually see the real path of this lava river down here now. Which there's another one even that runs back up into there. But these lava rivers are very useful. I've actually, all the stone that you see here that's not the stuff that just naturally is found is stuff that I've just cooked from cobblestone that I've mined. I mean, I've even got another river over here, which they can become troublesome. Well, not troublesome, but they can be a little bit of a problem when you're trying to build things. Like I'm trying to grow trees over here, and I got this lava river, and now I've got a bunch of obsidian I've got to mine out as well. But at the end of the day, it's an excellent source of energy, and I don't really mind having to get rid of it because I end up with so much cobblestone that I need the lava. It'd either be that or I'd be burning all my coal, which I'd much prefer I put to use in torches. See, I've got a lot of stone, and I don't typically use these unless I'm doing some sort of specialized project. I'll make granite monoliths and stuff like that. Same thing with andesite. Got a lot of gravel from what I've been doing on the seafloor itself. More stone. I think that's 4 full stone. 5. 1, 2. That's a little part of 1. 3, 4. Okay, so just 4. And then I've actually been getting quite a bit of this other material as well, which reminds me. Let's see, where is it? I know I've got it in here somewhere. Huh. Maybe not. Thought I had an entire another stack of iron somewhere. Well, there's some stone. And you can see there I just got to level 10. I unfortunately was up to level 35 or so before I died. I was mining away at the ocean floor up there and dropped through down onto that obsidian, and it was that's a pretty long fall, so it was instant death. Actually haven't even harvested any crops lately because I've just been going with what wheat I've got, and I'll just say that the best plant I've found in terms of food is actually the potato. Because all you got to do is grab a stack of potatoes. You don't have to worry about making bread, and it's every plant drops sometimes 2 or 3 potatoes, and so you just take them on over to one of these. In fact, I'll break these up so they cook faster, and because I'm actually also looking to get rid of some of that lava a little bit faster. Let's see, buckets. All right, and I'll go harvest some of that lava river. All right. Now this is currently my bedroom. Eventually, I'm going to be building something much more palatial. Something out of nether quartz, probably. I like to use a nether rack to make fireplaces. Which, if you're not unfamiliar with things in the nether, nether rack is the typical stone. This is the stone you find in the overworld. The stone you find in the nether is nether rack. If you ignite it with a flint and steel, it'll ignite and it'll just keep on burning. I will take this opportunity to also show you my preferred way of casting. Sorry, not casting, but, well, it is casting, but my preferred way of making nether portals, which is casting. Now, some folks will go to obsidian and they'll mine it with a diamond pick, but the way I actually prefer to do it, and this will just be a temporary portal, but I'll still put it here in kind of this doorway. Now, as far as I'm aware, the smallest nether portal you can make is a 2x3, and all you really have to have, I'll just draw it out on the ground with some stone actually. I'm fairly certain you have to set these things up vertically, so I'll actually do that. So you gotta have, okay, sorry. Actually, I will need that, so anyway, you gotta have it. If these things were obsidian, then I'd have to replace that ceiling with obsidian. I don't really want to, but you have to have at least these 3, those 2, those 3, and 2 more up there. You can actually make really large portals, which I think is really actually pretty neat. But anyway, I'll mine this out. But you can also fill in the corners too if you want to with obsidian. It's not necessary though. Alright, I'm going to get some more lava. I'll show you my preferred way of making nether portals. Okay. Alright. Grab that stone out of there. It's not really like I need it, but I'd rather not just destroy it. Okay. Now that's 4 lava blocks there, and I'm going to just make sure that this doesn't end up overflowing onto that lava river down there. I will grab a bucket of water. And this is what I mean by casting. Got the first level of obsidian laid down. Block those off. I'll put that there, and those 2 there. Alright, 2 more buckets of lava. And I don't think it'll be a problem, but I'll do that just real quick. Okay. Alright, that's 2 more pieces of obsidian. Interesting. I seem to have made a block of water there somehow. Okay. Or maybe I just didn't pick it up. Anyway, let's see. Okay, block this off. 2 more blocks of lava. 2 more blocks of obsidian. And I will have to go around here. Let's do that. I'll have to fix this, but that's not a big deal. I got a lot of stone. Okay. Two more buckets of lava. Okay. And then I'm going to have to go up 1 more level. I'll just make this a little easier on myself. If you might notice I'm using iron tools now. I've got enough of it now, and I feel like I'm getting enough of a yield to justify using that rather than stone. I prefer to have something like a an iron farm, but because I don't have one of those currently, I'm just gonna have to accept the fact that I'm gonna be having to constantly get more iron. Which once you have an iron farm, which I might set one of those things up at some point just to show any of y'all who are interested how those things work. I might set one of those up, and it will constantly supply you with an enormous amount of iron if you set them up right. Alright. It's odd. Okay. Block of lava. We need 2 more. Alright. That should be the last of the lava that I need. Okay. And there. Now then. Okay. And I will block this area off now, just to return it to the way it was. Get rid of all this soil. There you go. Nice, ready to go Nether Portal, which I will ignite. Now, I'm not really equipped to enter the Nether, but I'll just go in there real quick, just to give you a look at it. Now it's going to be generating the Nether for the first time, so it might take it a second. Get an achievement for that. Alright. And this is the Nether. Like I mentioned, this is netherrack. I got just a couple pieces back with me. The area that can be dangerous. You know, over there I've got a nice nether fortress, which is an excellent source for things like, oh, that's actually a blaze up there. So that is definitely where I'm going to be going to get blaze rods to make an alchemy workshop. I just noticed the magma slime over there. You have to start going to the nether if you're looking to start doing alchemy. Getting some of this quartz. Nether quartz is a very... oh, map's still loading, so it's kind of glitching a little bit. Nether quartz is a very... I think it's a very pretty material, and I like using it for, like, really, stuff I'm trying to make look really good. These are pigmen. They're not naturally hostile, but they will attack you if you attack them. You'll notice that he's carrying a golden sword right there. Sometimes on death, they'll drop golden items. So if you wanted to, I suppose you could try to find some way to farm pigmen for gold while you farm villagers. Well, farm iron golems that generate to defend villagers for iron. That over there is glowstone. And this right here is, what's it, nether sand, I think? Soul sand, that's right. So now soul sand is an interesting material. If you walk on it, it slows you down. But you also have to have it in order to grow nether wart, which is an important material in making the uh, base material for potions. I'm going to head back through here. And now, with the portal being here now, and being in my base, it will eventually, well, it will occasionally, oh, that's interesting to see, it will occasionally generate pigmen that will walk through here. Again, they're not dangerous unless you attack them. Alright, so, interesting things you can do in netherrack. Just, I'll just set one up here on the floor. I'll pick that up. Okay. Flint and steel, and you've got a constantly burning block. So you can use this sort of thing to create the appearance of a fireplace if you'd like. Let's see. Oh yeah, nether quartz. You combine these like this, you get a block of quartz, which, again, I think is a very pretty material. Looks very good. I've only got 6 blocks, and typically the things I want to make take a lot, but it's a start. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed that video. I hope it gave you a little bit of information that you may or may not have had. And I don't know. I'm kind of nearing the end of my desire to play Minecraft at this time, which it happens, especially because, I mean, I carved out this enormous amount of stone. At some point, it's going to get a little bit tiring. Oh, I missed some torches there. Anyway. But I'll probably come back to this place at some point, and I'll keep making more progress on it. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this. Again, this is Irresolute Cartographer.